Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, team. It's good to have you on the call for everyone that is tuning in. And everyone that is watching this recording from whenever you're watching it or wherever you're watching it from. Today, we're going to be doing the weekly outlook on the activities that we'll be expecting for the week. If you notice, we're using a different platform. Our Join Me subscription has expired, so I decided because I noticed that some of us initially used to have problems with joining in, so I just want to start using the Zoom that is much more easy for most people to use. So I paid for the subscription for the Zoom, so this is what we're going to be using for n- for now until we find something better. So just use this and see how it goes. So again, I'm not going to make this. I'm going to try and ensure that this recording, this session is as short as possible, so that everyone can can find the time to watch it. I know I've always tried to aim for 15 minutes, but most times I go beyond. But let me just see how today is going to go. So first of all, we have you on the screenshot. You can already see that on Sunday there's really nothing happening in the news. On Monday, we have a number of news here and there. Tuesday, we have news here and there. Wednesday, we have news here and there. As you can see, I think on Friday, on Friday towards the afternoon, my time, is when we have a number of news. You know how it is with me. I don't really put all of my efforts on news. I just see what are the high impact news that are out there, and then I just ensure that I trade with that information, not to catch the news or anything, but just to make sure that I plan my trade either before that or after that, so I don't get caught up in the volatility. So I don't really trade news. If you look at investing.com, you might see something similar. So just take the time, go through the Forest Factory and investing.com just to confirm what are the news releases that we have, the high impact and medium impact ones. We have a number of news releases, so I'm quite what's it called now? I'm expecting a good week this week as well. So without wasting much time, go straight to the dollar. You can see the dollar index broke beyond the level that we marked for it. So right now, if you see the previous price action, a drop, a pullback, a drop. This is currently a pullback. So probably this might probably be coming back down. Yep. So if it comes back down, we're expecting it to get to either this level and bounce. This one that we have here, that's the 94.10, or go come all the way down to that 93.20. You were really looking for that level. But if as it is going now, it breaks above that, then we know that it's definitely going all the way back to the 96 40 level. Yep. And you know that Euro USD works in opposite direction. And if you look at this real briefly, you can see it seems as if it's forming a head and shoulder. And if you look at this, it seems like this one has an inverted head and shoulder. So that's really good for some of us that trade head and shoulders. Now we saw this happen, and we saw this move happen as well. I already marked this. I marked this a number of days. It was the last week or 2 weeks ago. So right now it's already moved how many pips? Let's see, from where it started, it's already moved 100 plus 100, almost 200 pips. So I'm expecting this to just keep going up. But if it doesn't go up, then we know that it's definitely going to come down. We have the levels marked out. Let me just go to the higher time frame so we can see things much clearly. Oops. For some reason, my chat I lost every one of my chats. I had to recreate this one, so for us tonight. That's why I didn't start early. I had to create most of them, recreate them again. So we look at that level price. Every time it got to that level, it dropped. Got to that level, dropped. So right now, it's currently breaking that level. So it broke that level. Then retesting, coming back down. So I'm expecting this to bounce from where it is right now. Also, we have that head and shoulder, inverse head and shoulder forming. So this might after this move right here. You can see what's happening on this side. The move to the upside, the pullback move to the upside. So we can see this as a pullback happening again. So this might actually jump up. But if that doesn't happen, we know what that means. It means it's going to come all the way down here. And then if it comes down, remember this level, we're looking at this. This is our level. This is our sell zone. I think I should just put that there so we can clearly see it. This is our sell zone. If price goes below that level, we should start looking for a sell, and that's how many pips down. If we can catch that all the way from that top, that's if you can probably bring it down 200 plus pips. So that's that level. But if that doesn't happen, then we'll look for a buy on this level. Look for an entry reason to keep buying to the upside. Yep, it's acting like it wants to form another head and shoulder here. As you can see, it's just we've just been seeing head and shoulders all over the place. Look at this one as well. That's the inverse head and shoulder here. Then jump another inverse head and shoulder, inside head, inverse head and shoulder. So that's really cool. So if this is another head and shoulder, then it means the other case would apply. We'll probably see this come to this side, and then we'll see a bounce from there to the upside, and then we can see a drop from there. Yep, assuming this is the head and shoulder. Yeah, but if that doesn't apply, then it means this head and shoulder is going to play out. See what I mean? But this is what's going to happen. It's going to take us all the way back up here and then probably break that, and but whatever be the case, we would only enter a trade when we see confirmation to take it, and most times we always drop down to our lower time frames to look for what to buy or sell. We don't trade from the higher time frames. The higher time frame just give us an overall picture of what the market is going to do. Okay, so I'm going to start from AUDJPY now. Remember, we had this level. We've been watching that level for a number of weeks. This level right here. Let me this level, the whole of this level. Where is it? Because price came into that level in what year was that? 2018 March, I guess. Yeah, came into that level. Yes, yeah, March or February. Yeah, around that time. And it's been in that level for a number of months. It broke here, kind of gave a false breakout and then bounced back up. Now it's doing the same thing, broke out of it. Now we would not say, I will not begin to sell here. I already can see my level. This will be my sell level. My sell level will be when price breaks, because it's already at that that blue zone. So I don't have any reason to start selling. It needs to break that zone. I need it to break that zone. That's 79 400. Is that 79 400? 79 390 395 or something. I'm trying to look for the okay, let me look for what's it called now? Let me see. Look for a psychological level. Okay, so that works. 79 400. So looking for price to break that 79 400 and then retest that level. If you retest that level, I'm looking for my sell. I'm going to take my sell down to that 77 560 of 560, which for a total of how many pips? 200 or thereabout. Okay, 180, 185 or thereabout. So that's that level to watch out for if price breaks that level. But right now, I wouldn't buy here, because why am I not buying here? Because I'm not sure what price is going to do. That will be counter trend trading. Price may not go all the way back to the top here, before dropping. It may just bounce off this level before coming back down. So at this level, I wouldn't. The level is too small. Unless you just want to scalp it and you drop all the way down to your smaller time frame, maybe the 15 minutes or the 1 hour time frame, just to see how you can. But look at this level; it's too short a level for you to risk it, and it could turn back at this point. So for this one, I would prefer you just let this one go. Don't look for buys on this one. Rather look for sales. Look for sales on this one if it keeps coming down. But for me to start looking for buy, it needs to break above this level. And then probably I can start looking for buy back to this top level. And then because obviously broke above the previous low. Okay, so that's that one. Aussie card. Yeah, this is a messy one. Again, if you look at it clearly, it broke that level that it's been testing. Test, jump, test, jump, test, jump. Finally, it broke it and retested. After retesting, what did it do? It retested it and then came tumbling down. So now, what are we expecting again? Now, this giant move here, I expect a kind of pullback. You know, if it doesn't come, maybe price may just, you know, come down to this level first of all, this 0.92930 level before finally doing another push to the upside for further drop. You know, it may just do that. So, but I don't have any interest trading this pair right now because it's already made the move. I don't trade pairs. I've already started. I don't catch a falling knife. I let it go, and then when it gets to a support level or resistant level, then I can start looking for entry opportunities. Now, this is one pair I actually really wanted to share this trade a number of weeks ago, but I was just, it didn't fit my entry criteria. I saw this head and shoulder here, you know, but look at how weird this impulse looked. I saw this a long time ago. I was really, really looking forward to sharing it, but I wasn't sure if this was going to play out. But thank God, what's her name? Dottie shared it. She was bold enough to share this with us, and then that was a massive win for most of us that took it. But I didn't take it, so I missed that one. So that, but right now you can see what's happening. It came to that level, that key level, touched it, and acting like it's bouncing. This, remember, every large drop like this would always have some form of pullback. May pull back 50%, 38%, 61.8%, or may just pull back to the previous low. You know, maybe this level. May just pull back to that level. You know, before either continuing down. You know, or probably going either up or coming back down, you know, continue to the downside. Or whatever be the case, we only take trades when we see confirmation. You know, we don't chase trades. That said, that can happen, or it may just, reason why I'm feeling that way because of this rejection. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. It might pull back. What may happen is that it may just continue to the downside. If we see, remember, the USD has possibility of continued dropping. So if that continues to happen, then we're definitely going to see USD chef doing the same thing. But be on the lookout for that pair. NZD chef. Not sure if I'm going to trade this one, but I like the way it looks. I like the way it looks like the rest of them. See, level, test, jump, test. It came into it, test, jump, test, jump, test, jump, test, then break. What did you see? It broke it, retested, drop, pull back, drop. So what are you expecting now? Pull back into previous low. That may just happen, and then you see your drop again. And then this is your level here. So that's a massive, how much? 400 plus. Woohoo! That's gonna be a massive win if we have the opportunity to take it. If it keeps going down, that is. So it means that's gonna be our trade. But I'm gonna look forward to this trade. Probably put a sell limit somewhere around here. 0.01 sell limit somewhere around here, and then probably my first TP will be here. My second TP. Let me see if I find any other thing before that. Okay, there's something here. So be on the lookout. There's something here too. So that may be your second TP. And then this will probably be your third TP. Anyhow you want to do it, I can bring this up just to increase your chances of TPing. So this will be how many pips? 160, not bad. This will be how many pips? 170, not bad. So could be retest, look for a retest there, then drop to this place for a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. 1-to-1 meaning that this is going to be your high, this is going to be your stop loss level, this is going to be your TP. So 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. But if you allow it to keep running, that's a massive 1-to-2 or 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio. So just look at that pair. NZD chef might be a good pair to look at the coming week. NZD USD, exactly the same thing. See that move? Jump, retest, 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 and then finally broke out, then retested that level we broke out from. Tested the level we broke out from. See, retested that level and then dropped and then did a pullback. Now, if you look at the price action, impulse, pullback and see it. What am I doing? Impulse, pullback. Yep, impulse. And then what are we doing again now? Pullback. Now, what are we expecting? Impulse to the downside, a drop to the downside. So that is what we're expecting to happen. Now, why would I start buying this market, or where would I start buying this market? Where would I start seeing a buy in this market? Yes, you guessed it, above this level. This is my buy zone. You know, it becomes, oops, delete that. This is my buy zone. Yep, I'll start looking for a buy somewhere around here. You know, this zone is my sell zone still. Why? Because price came into it and dropped. Remember the um the strategy we used to trade. So price came into it and dropped. Look at this as well. This was the low. Price came into it, dropped. Created another low. Price came into it and dropped. Now, this is your next low right now. This is your next low right now. So if this happens, what are you expecting? You're expecting price to break below it. Yep. And then come back to retest it. Probably get to this level and then come back to retest it. If it comes back to retest it, then more downside. Yep. But for me to start looking for buys is if it breaks the previous high. If, for instance, price comes here now and breaks this high, I'm going to look for my buy to this level. Yep. That's one. If it breaks that level and comes up, I'm going to look for my buy to this level because that's the previous high. And remember the higher, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower um, lows. So this is lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So if it comes, breaks the previous high, I know that it's going to the previous one. So if it breaks this one, I know that it's going here. If it breaks this one, I know that it's going here. Yep. Then this one should just be like zones for it to reverse and come back down. So if price breaks above this, I know that it's probably going to this level, you know, going to this level to fall back down. So those will not be this level will not be my buy level. This level will be my buy level, you know, because I'm waiting for price to break that and then I'll take my TP around here. I hope this makes sense. Okay, that's that one. GBP, JPY. This is one pair we've been loving throughout this week. It really paid me last week. So you can see on the high side, on the higher time frame, bullish, what was it called now? Bearish flag. You can see. So that's if, well, just leave this for the position traders. They are the ones that will really be looking at this. But if you can look at it clearly, you see that it broke that upward trend. So now it's acting like it's coming down. But for some of us that are still intraday, what's it called, intraday trader, retail traders, we just have to come down to the smaller time frame and look for entry opportunities, selling or buying opportunities. So right now you can see what price is doing. Heat drop, heat drop, heat drop. So right now I'm expecting this to go hit that, or it may just stop there. It may just be, this might just be its final destination, then probably keep dropping. So I'm expecting this to keep dropping. But places I will look for buying opportunities will be if price, excuse me, if price breaks above these levels, you know, I want to see price break above this level, then I'll look for this level. Break above that, then I'll look for these levels. You know, so those are the places, just like I did for the previous ones we just saw. If it breaks this trend line and goes up, so what are we expecting? We're expecting price to break the trend line and make sure that it breaks this level that we have here. You know, and then probably that, retest that level, and then we're looking for price to jump to that level. You know, be wary of this level as well. It could just, or maybe even this level. But you know, but they are small levels, they may not really have much significance. So but that's one key level I may be looking at to take profit if price happens to break above. But I think I have good belief that price may just keep coming down. You know, so that's GBP. How are we doing for time? Hope I don't know. Okay, I've looked at this one. EJ, I'm not really looking at EJ this week, but if I'm going to be looking at it, I'll probably do the same thing I just did for GJ now. Draw a trend line and then let it run its course. So Yep, maybe a bounce, maybe probably look for another opportunity to keep selling as well. But just know, just have it at the back of your mind, whatever is happening to GJ is going to happen to EJ, so have it at the back of your mind. I'm not really going to do it because I haven't marked much on it. EA, this pair really messed us up last time, but it's fine. It's fine. Now, if you look at the higher time frame, look at what's happening. This level, it's been here. Every time price gets to this level, it drops. Get to that level, it's been there again. So it dropped and probably went back up. There's a high pulse on this side. I can see that large candle. So there may be a possibility that price would definitely break above, retest that level, and then okay, because on the monthly time frame, so it's not going to be as smooth as expected. So we may see that move to the upside. Why? Because of that, this candle just seems so heavy, you know. So it may just keep going up to the upside. How many pips do we have from here? 400 plus pips. So let's be on the lookout for this pair, you know. So, but dropping down to the smaller time frame, if that doesn't happen, then we can see a giant rejection happen, and then price will, just like it did this one's, would definitely come back down. But I'm not really looking forward to trading this. When it gets to those highs, I usually let them be. If it gets to these highs, I usually let them be. You might say maybe it's a double top, forming and everything, but for me to consider this a double top, to look for a double top on this time frame would be for me to, if I would call this a double top, the normal rule for my double top would be like this: one, you know, two. That is my rule for double top. Three, and then I'm expecting the drop, price to come down, then retest this, and then drop. That's the rule, but that's just so unrealistic, so massive. Just silly to want to trade this. I have to wait all this move, waste all of this move just to get that. So probably look for some other strategy to trade that. I could look for patterns. Could look for maybe what's it called now? Another price action, just to be able to trade that. So for this one, I'm just gonna wait for this guy to set itself up. But I have my levels set up. If price comes, whatever happens, if I see rejections, I will let it go till price gets here. Probably look for a retest somewhere around here. Blow that up. Look for a retest somewhere around here, and then yeah, and then for it to bring me down here. And then again, if it breaks that, look for another retest for that level, and then look for it to bring me down here. But if it breaks, I know definitely it's coming down here. But I think I'm gonna draw a line here because I don't. It's just so close apart, so close together. But that would be my level, like that, like that. For the high side, I could look for the high side or the upside again. Let me do it again. I could look for the upside if I see an entry opportunity. What am I looking for? Retest of that level is gonna break out of, you know, and close above that. Look for a retest of that level and then trade it to the upside. For that 400 pips. Or there's not much price action to the left for me to really, you know, um, you know, use for me to trade with. So maybe probably just create a line here. Just work with that. Work with that. Let me just put that here. Yeah, maybe just put this. This feels as though I've done this before. Okay. Let me leave that. So what am I waiting for now? I'm waiting for price to break above this. In fact, I'm waiting for price to break above this blue zone for a much more conservative entry. Break above that blue zone. Excuse me. Yep. So that's my level. That's my buy zone. I don't mind losing this 50 pip or whatever that would be, just to get a good confirmation for that 330 pips. Now be on the lookout for this pair. If this thing breaks above, that's your next move. That's that 300 pips. Just make sure you get everything, because look at all there's really nothing here. There's nothing here at all. So empty opportunity. That's an opportunity for you to get that. What else? Okay. Same thing with this guy as well. Let me see if I can higher time frame. You can see drop. You can see what price did. Came to that level, bounce, came to that level, bounce, and now has come to that level. What are we expecting? Maybe a bounce. Yeah. Remember this AUD that used to give us headache sometime. So this level is a very key level right now. This is the kind of trade I love to trade. Now, what am I expecting price to do? If price breaks this level, let me see. It's been here since entered this level in 2016. Yeah, 2016. So it's been bouncing off that level for 2 years. So now, if it breaks that level, I doubt it's going to break it. But if it does break it, taking it down again here. Excuse me. I hope I've not gone beyond my time. Okay, so it's taking it down there. Yep. If that doesn't happen, then of course we know that it's definitely going to go back up. This is our levels. We want this to break out of this. If you come down to your daily, you can see that those lines clearly. Just wait for that break. If there's a reject there, just know that it's going back up. Retest. So whatever happens, you're riding this to the top. Just keep following those lines. Just create those lines on your chart and then follow them. Get a good entry from the bottom so you don't have to be afraid to, when it pulls back. Get a good entry. These are all your levels, your trading levels. Don't forget this level right here. Forget this level. Express. This thing moves in successions. Don't really give you massive movements like that. So yeah, these are your levels. Just keep trading that to the upside. It's likely we see maybe like may just be probably a head and shoulder that may actually happen. So just be on the lookout. Could just this whole thing could be a shoulder. This could be a shoulder. Let me see if I have my attenuation here. Okay, draw. Okay, so this whole thing could be a shoulder. So that's your head. So probably another shoulder could form here, and then we'll now take it to the upside. So just be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for that. So that's AUD. Where else? GBP. Oh, I think I'm gonna clear all. Okay. This guy, I'm not really. Same with AU. I mean EU. EA. Sorry. I haven't marked it. Okay, I've not marked this, so it's going to take me a while to mark this because I really want to. I'm probably going to mark this later and then send it to the platform. So, guys, so that brings us to the end of this session. I don't want it to be too long. And if you have any other one that you want me to look at, I'm going to look at it for you. Send me the information, and then I will send you the mark, the charts. But this one that I've marked already, I'm going to send out the charts to everyone, and then we can all trade. Do have a fantastic trading week. I'll see you guys on the other side. Bye bye. I'm gonna try and stop this. Stop. Okay.